Confirm or deny, the Blue Jays will go at least 3-3 this week against Tampa and New York.
Ooh, deny. And let's make this another clip that we scrub of me after the week. Going into Tampa, I really can't overstate how difficult a series that is. If they can pull this off, impressive as hell. But this is a real tough one, and then the Yankees back home after getting beat, Yankee Stadium. I think that's tough. I would lean more towards the 2-4.
I want to say deny, but I'm going to say confirm because nothing really makes sense at this point with the Jays season. They were never supposed to be this bad. Vladdy was not supposed to go 365 days without hitting a home run at the Sky Dome, but this is the reality of what's happened this year. They've been historically horrible at the Trop. Can they go down there and win a game or two? I mean, stranger things have happened, so why can't they do that and then saw it off in a series against the Yankees? It feels like things are averaging out for the Jays. And at 3-3, I feel like that's just about average. So I'm going to confirm that.
So I, too, will confirm it. I think they will go 3-3. I think they take one of the Trop, take 2 or 3 from the Yanks. The Yankees, Keegan, are brutal right now. They don't have anyone. Their lineup might be worse than Toronto's. And that's saying a lot. I mean, you're talking about, Spencer Jones and Ramos and Lombard.
Especially without Jazz Chisholm doing much.
Like, there's nothing there for the Yankees. Their lineup is a debacle at the moment. And yes, I get it. Schlittler and Cole and Weathers, they've got some good arms. Their bullpen, I think, is worse than the Jays, too. I think the Jays take 2 or 3 from the Yanks. Look at the beacon of positivity.
Look at
over
you.
here
That's crazy
for the
to
Toronto
see.
Blue Jays. All right, Frank, our boy Easton Cowan, friend of the show, will score at least 20 goals this season for the Leafs.
Oh, I'm going to deny it, but that doesn't mean it's a bad season for Easton Cowan. I just think it's gotten really crowded in a hurry in that lineup. And the area in that lineup where I see him succeeding is like middle six. So let's call it third line. And you're going to play a puck hounding style of game. And you're going to play with like Dakota Joshua and Teddy Bluger. And you're going to be the skill player on that line. They're going to drag you into the fight. And you might have 40 points, but it might not be 20 goals. It could be like 18. But I think that's still a good season for Easton Cowan, and it's an improvement on last season.
It's a good line. I want to confirm like 20 right in the nails, at this point, because if his time on ice is up from like 14-ish minutes last year, if you can get that up to 16, a little more power play time mixed in there. And there's some goals to go around, man. Last year, McCann was close to 20. Robertson was 16. Like, a little bump up here, and with power skating coach Kathy.
That's right, Kathy, the secret weapon.
I believe.
Yes, I had to go see how many goals did Michelli score last year for the Leafs. The answer was 14. And again, remember, it's an 84-game season, Frank, so he's got 2 more opportunities. I'm going to confirm it.
Yeah,
I like some positivity. I used to cover the London Knights when I was at Western.
Wow.
I was covering, the old Michael Del Zotto, John Carlson, London
good
Knights
teams back then. Kadri was on that
Nazem
team.
Kadri, exactly. So, I like to support the London Knights boys as much as I can. I think Easton Cowan will have a big year for the Leafs. Confirm or deny Mr. Matheson, the Dallas Cowboys, led by Von Miller. Okay, that might be a stretch. Will make the playoffs this season.
I'll confirm that because I believe in the offense too much. Like I think that CeeDee Lamb is weirdly underrated, and if he's healthy all this year where he's not dealing with an injury, George Pickens will be great. I like their tight ends. I love Dak Prescott. Javonte Williams is not sexy, but he's good. Like, they're going to score 1 billion points. And I'm going to trust the defense to be at least just below average, not god-awful, and sneak in at like 9-8.
Are you a Cowboys fan?
God, no. I'm a Packers fan. I have taste.
Okay. You just never know. There's so many Cowboys fans
there are
crawling around
so
this
many
place.
Cowboys fans around here.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
I'm going to confirm it as well because their defense was so atrocious last year. I don't think they could be that bad again. And the offense is really good. And to Keegan's point, like if they are even just around average, hovering around average, they're a really difficult team to beat. They're going to be able to put up points a number of different ways. They just have to be not horrible defensively. And it's just, they will be improved. There's just no way around it.
I'm going to deny it. I know I'm going to get a text from Pierre LeBrun. I hope I do, actually. That would be awesome. Maybe an invite up to his cottage. That would
You get a lot
be
of texts. You get Pierre, Sheeler, Mark
Rowe will
Laura
text
Dykin.
me. Yes. I am going to deny it. And again, I look at who made the playoffs last year in the NFC. I don't really see who they're kicking out. Last year, of course, 3 teams from the West made it, San Fran and Seattle, and who am I missing? And the LA Rams. So could that happen again? I think so. I think all 3 of those teams will be back in. Carolina, do they make it in that crappy division? Remains to be seen. I love Chicago this year. I like Green Bay.
You like Chicago?
I
No one
love
likes
Chicago. I am
this year.
a big Chicago
guy. That's the
guy.
number one team that I see that's like people are
Everybody's
saying
talking
it's
about the
step
regression.
back.
The defense isn't good, but I think that offense is going to be spectacular.
Wow.
Maybe the best offense.
First time I've heard
in
that
the National Football
I'm
League.
so happy that I have Caleb Williams in my life now because it connects me with that fan when I was a kid who hated people. Like, not just dislike someone. Like, I keep football as this special place in my life where I'm only a fan. It's not work. And God, do I hate him. Watching that, I'm trying to watch in my mouth right now and not let the East Coast come out of me. But watching that football player
Yes.
Do that to the Packers in the playoffs last year hurt me. And watching him kind of do that spin and roll out of the pocket and run forever and rip a fastball that he does over and over, he is unfortunately so talented.
He is.
And I love Colston Loveland and the receiver. Like, I'm worried that they are going to annoy me for a lot.
They are nasty, man. That defense
hate
is a disaster. They have nobody. They've had a bunch of injuries already. They're already bad last year.
Well in the NFL. If you have
zero
a
pass
defense.
rush. I think they're going to have to win a lot of games 38-35. Good thing for them. They absolutely can and will.
If you're a Packers fan, I am not afraid of the Vikings. I'm not afraid of the Bears, even though there's that offense, and the Lions are going to be much better this year.
I think the Vikings could be sneaky. I do.
With Kyler Murray?
With Kyler Murray playing for like $30.
I can't see that.
And they've got Jefferson.
He's going to get hurt at some point,
and Addison and Juwan Jennings coming over.
But the Vikings are always that. They always have a few sick targets that you could hit, but it never comes together for a long stretch.
That's fair.
I don't know.
Excellent analysis there, Frank. Could be an NFL analyst. Look out, Jesse Palmer and Luke Wilson. Frank Corrado is coming for you. All right, confirm or deny. Frank, we'll go to you first. All of Connor Hellebuck, Dylan Larkin, and Morgan Riley will remain on their current teams for the entirety of the upcoming NHL season.
I'll deny it. I mean, these are all guys that, you think want to be or could be on the move. And it depends. If 2 or 3 of these teams have terrible starts to the season, then someone's going to have to move. You're going to have to recoup assets and say, we got to move this thing in a different direction. I mean, Morgan Riley's been talked about getting traded since June, even before June. There was a list of teams. It never happened. I feel like all 3 of these guys will start the season with their teams. Do they stay there for the entirety of it? That remains to be seen. I would say at least one doesn't finish the year with their team.
I'd agree with that. Deny for now. 2 months ago, I would have said confirm, but so many teams have done their business at this point. Like Morgan Riley, I feel like we've talked about a lot. Dylan Larkin, I'm probably most interested in, just as a fan, to see what happens there. But give it a few months. I just think too many teams have their business done.
Yeah, I am going to confirm it, and here's why. I mean, is Riley going to accept a trade? All these guys, of course, are no trade clause guys because every good player in the NHL, for the most part, is. Dylan Larkin, we know there's 4 teams he wants to go to. None of those teams made offers commensurate with what the Detroit Red Wings were looking for. I think he stays there in Detroit. I think Winnipeg's kind of a sneaky bounce-back candidate, although their depth down the middle
They need a centerman.
They have no center.
The kid they drafted,
he's going to be the number 2 center.
Vigo Bjork,
yeah.
He's going to get a good look to start the season there.
Well, last year it was Jonathan Taves was the guy that they thought was going to be
They'll give him
the
a
number
look.
2 center. They're going to have to.
They should, anyways. They should
I don't think
give him a look.
That's a sneaky Calder Trophy candidate, Vigo Bjork.
Yeah,
boys with Stenberg on the Swedish World Hockey Championship team. So
the Larkin thing's weird because the Red Wings, Steve Yzerman's not the GM anymore, so they don't have a GM. As of now, their captain has requested a trade. They haven't signed one of their stud defensemen in Simon Edvinsson. It doesn't sound like talks have gone anywhere. The season's starting in a month.
Yeah, that's peculiar.
A lot of stuff to do.
It's not very often your head of hockey operations job is vacant on August the 18th, and you have some major decisions that your franchise is facing. I know they've been interviewing people. I think the guy from the Detroit Tigers, I believe his last name's Greenberg, is apparently
right.
I saw out of Detroit. They're talking to him. I don't know how that'll go. But again, better hurry it up, Detroit. You better figure something out.
Do you remember the first year Jared Bednar was the head coach of the Colorado Avalanche? He took over, I believe, in August. I think it was Patty Waugh there. I can't remember, but Bednar took over in August, and it was a complete disaster of a season. They finished in last place. It was horrible. And then obviously, history would tell us they bounced back and they won a Stanley Cup. But the point of it is, if you got major housekeeping going on in August in your organization, you are very much working from behind. It is going to be a lot of work for them.
And Detroit, I mean, notorious for just collapsing in the second half of seasons the last few years, and last year was no different. So you're kind of setting the stage for maybe an early season struggle if there's that many question marks for this team and this organization before the season even begins. All right, continuing confirm or deny. Roger Goodell speaking to a German media outlet earlier today and saying that it was inevitable that the NFL will expand outside of the United States. Now, he did not give a timeline, so I'm going to do so on confirm or deny. The NFL will expand outside of the USA within the next 10 years. Confirm or deny. So what's that? 2036. There'll be a franchise outside. Yeah, listen, Thornley Secondary School education for you.
Bang.
So 2036, there'll be an NFL team outside of the United States.
Confirm. Money. You know, I think that there will be 2 teams added, maybe over the next 10 years. But when you look at, do you do the London thing? Has that actually set down roots?
How does that work?
I don't know.
With bye weeks, the travel,
I don't like
tough.
it. That's why I like Mexico City has a population of 10 million people. Is that more likely? Is Toronto on the map? I mean, I have such fond memories of Bills in Toronto.
The best.
I remember I went to the Seahawks Bills game here, and it was not a full stadium, let's say. And the halftime show was Psy, that singer that sang Gangnam Style. He walked out with a dancer on either arm, performed only that song, and walked off the stage.
And probably got like 800 grand.
To this moment, it's one of the better moments of my life. Toronto, oh God, wouldn't that be cool? But Mexico City, you look at other U.S. markets, but I just think that there's too much money to be made. And if you don't screw with time zones too much, it doesn't cause as much of a problem.
I'm going to deny it because one thing about NFL owners is they all have money. They want people that have money around them, but it is a club, man, and they're picky. And so if you think you're just going to show up with bags of cash and say, I'm going to put a team in London or I'm going to put a team in Toronto or Munich or wherever, it's like, it doesn't work that way. You got to walk their walk, you got to talk their talk, and you got to kind of be one of them. And if that doesn't transpire, then there's no team going anywhere. I think they're very selective. It's a very exclusive club.
I'm going to deny it, and again, I just think it's a logistical thing. How would you have a team in London or in Munich or in Berlin or in Mexico City? Although Mexico City is a lot more palatable from a travel perspective than the other cities that I mentioned before, and that's just the only holdup I have is the logistical concerns, trying to figure out how the schedule would work if you're talking about a team based in London. Again, you're getting drafted, all of a sudden you got to move to London, England? Is that a reasonable thing?
I just don't see it.
Me neither.
Yeah. You're already grinding up these human beings enough.
That's it. And listen, maybe in 25 years when Elon Musk finds out how to travel over to Europe in 20 minutes, then it makes sense. But for now, I don't really see how it's
also I wonder how currency plays into it. Everything's in U.S. dollars right now. I doubt they want to be using Canadian dollars and.
Oh, you don't think they want to use Canadian dollars, Frank?
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I don't think they
Have
do.
you tried to exchange money recently?
It's not enjoyable.
It's quite bad.
Yes, yeah. It really is. Good luck in New York, Keegan, this weekend. Have a fun time.
Yeah.
Okay, last one, confirm or deny. The Florida Panthers. By the way, Brad Marchand coming out and saying he had off-season surgery. Might not be ready for the season, huh? All right.
You see him chirping Nylander on Instagram?
I sure did. All right, so let's get to this confirm or deny. The Florida Panthers will not finish inside the top 2 in the Atlantic Division.
That's a deny. They're going to be in top 2 in the Atlantic Division.
Oh.
They are a really good team. I guess if you wanted to have a question mark, you would say,
Goalies?
okay, yeah, Markstrom, saying that Markstrom is the upgrade over Bobrovsky, but Markstrom's a good goalie. Marchand's hurt.
That's your boy, Mark.
That is my boy. Marky's my boy. Marchand is one injury that could be of a few because it is an aging team. But it's also a team that is ripe to win right now. So you could look at it that way. If everyone is there and playing games, I can't see how they are not top 2 in that division.
Yeah, deny. They're healthy-ish for now outside of Marchand, and there's the revenge comeback season to it. You can tell yourself the lies that everyone doubted them and counted them out, blah, blah, blah. I think easy deny for me.
No one counted them out.
I'm confirming
That's the crazy thing.
No, of course.
Right? No one's counting out the Panthers.
They had so many injuries last year that they dealt with.
Exactly.
Again, Barkov is coming back, and by all accounts, he's ready to rock. And that's a terrifying proposition I know with the Worlds, he was just dominating that tournament. That's got to be a very scary proposition for the rest of the Atlantic Division. I'm still denying it. I got to see it. I got to see it again from Florida again. There's a lot of new faces there. See how Brady Tkachuk assimilates himself. The goaltending is a major concern. They're a year older.
That's the
I don't
thing.
think you just snap your fingers. I think they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
age,
top two, we'll see.
Age and potential for injury, I think, is the number one
84
concern
game
for the
season
Panthers.
once again.
84-game season, but man, the runs that they went on, they were remarkably healthy. Last year, it all fell off. Like, think about Brady Tkachuk on that team. He might be a third liner on that team. Like, on paper, that's how good they are right now. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, their top 9, when fully healthy, is about as nasty as we have seen on paper in the salary cap era in the National.
Now, can they keep it on the ice? That's the big question.
And again, a lot of these guys are getting up there. Have dealt with a lot of injuries. Again, we'll have to see how they all come back from them. But I think it's safe to say Florida's going to be a very potent team this coming season.